Okay, now this was absolutely wild. I don't even know where to begin, but with the good news, I guess, Cody picked Roman Reigns. So that is great, but it somehow still left us with more questions than answers. But right now, in a good way. Rocky turns heel. Cody picks Roman. Cody disrespects Roman's family, which is The Rock's family. Rocky is pissed. Rocky warns Triple H. I absolutely love these segments, or whatever you want to call them, because it made WWE look real more than in a very long time, I would say. I think this shit was absolutely wild. All the swearing. I don't even know what to tell you, man. Like, I don't know if it was planned or not, like that might be a question you have right now at this moment. You know what, people? Does it really matter? Does it really matter at this point? Because what we got right now, as of this moment, which might change, I'm not sure, is probably better than anything we would have gotten if it didn't happen. In my honest opinion, I don't think it was planned. I think WWE needed a change, and since they have experience from back in the day, they knew what to do. We got a very similar thing happening with Batista back in the day. Not to that effect though, like this was bigger. This shit was absolutely crazy. I can't believe I'm so hyped about a goddamn press conference, kickoff, whatever this shit was. But again, let's start from the beginning. So we got a kickoff, Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, Big E, and even CM Punk. CM Punk was great right here. By the end of the show, he was like, let's just throw some fists. This is wrestling. I want to see people fight. Cody, you got slapped, you gotta fight back. You know, CM Punk is a big fan of backstage brawls. Before the main segment, it was kind of a nothing burger in my opinion. We got Bianca Belair, she didn't really say anything meaningful. We got Rhea Ripley, well at least she teased a match with Becky Lynch, which is most likely going to happen, and they kinda spoiled the Elimination Chamber result, I guess. We got Seth Rollins, who wants, Cody to pick him. So he calls out Cody Rhodes, but instead we see Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns disrespects Seth Rollins, and I gotta be honest though, my only problem with this whole segment is that Seth Rollins looked like, oh my god, I don't even have words to describe it. He felt like he didn't even matter in the WWE as a champion. Like, this championship means shit. He was basically just standing here doing absolutely nothing. Although by the end of the segment, he, was like, you can't do this shit. You can't do this shit, The Rocky. You can't do this shit. Roman Reigns says, I make the decision. Cody's time passed. He didn't make that decision. I'm gonna make that decision. I pick The Rock. And of course, people booed. Like, people did not like the fact that Roman Reigns picked The Rock. We want Cody chants during the entire night. We got Rocky sucks chants. Like, people were here to support Cody Rhodes. And that was the question. Why would WWE do this if they're gonna end up with Roman Reigns versus The Rock? But I believe they kind of fooled me, and I'm gonna explain you in a second. Sorry for me. I'm f***ing tired, man. It's 4 a.m. So we got The Rock, and it's funny because he tried to do all the catchphrases, but people kept booing. He tried to do it again, people kept booing. He tried to do all these cheesy lines like, do you think The Rock is gonna beat Roman Reigns? And of course, he did that on purpose, because he knew the reaction he's going to get. And this is where we gotta give some respect to The Rock. The man knows what he's doing. Now, so the mood changed, and I started to believe that this match is going to happen. They showed this bloodline family tree, and I was like, okay, this is happening. They're trying to sell this match to us, like, right? Like, there's no way this ain't happening at this point. But of course, people kept booing. The Rock went full heel. He called the fans Cody's crybabies, which is something he did on the Pat McAfee podcast as well. And I was like, is he turning heel? Seems like he is. And it's crazy how The Rock's character completely changed. He looks like an asshole now, right? I also appreciate the fact that they actually acknowledged that he's the board of director or whatever it's called, right? Like, he can make some changes. That's what they talked about on commentary. I think it was Big E or CM Punk that mentioned it. Also, The Rock said this is the only royal family in WWE. Then you again start to believe that Cody is showing up and the match is gonna get changed. But you know, they shook hands, it seems like the match is official, but at this point it looks like two, douchebags, two heels just having a match that they only care about, basically. And we see Cody, and Cody picks Roman Reigns. Yes, but what now? Well, it got even better. Roman doesn't appreciate Cody changing the match. He says, "You're embarrassing your family. You're irrelevant just like your dad," which stings, of course. So Cody says, "You talked about my family, I'll talk about yours. Call yourself the tribal chief, but both of you didn't cook anything for like 2 years. Your grandfather would be ashamed, and his grandfather would be ashamed." The Rock steps up, and again, the mood changes. You're talking about his family. You're talking about my family. Oh my god. Is this a good version of Fast and Furious? What is happening? So The Rock slaps Cody, and we got this kind of a brawl, of course, with a bunch of security, general manager, or whatever it was, but basically Seth got involved as well, which, again, more questions. This shit was absolutely wild, and also, backstage, Triple H said people went into business for themselves, which obviously didn't happen, but it was a great line to kinda blur the lines between fiction and reality, which is the biggest takeaway right here. I think this was done so well, and I hope this is something that we're going to see a lot more in the WWE, and maybe this is what The Rock meant by long game, whatever he said. The Rock threatens Triple H. He swore a lot, which got censored, so I'm not sure what he said, but he also said, "You better fix this shit," and he's walking around with Roman Reigns, so the mood completely changed. It's not about The Rock saving the WWE, I'm the tribal chief. Nah. Now it's "you disrespected our family." It's crazy how that changed, but it's still, he wants a fix. What do you want, Rocky? What do you exactly want? Is this going to be a triple threat match, or Rock versus Reigns night 1, Cody versus Reigns night 2? Nobody knows. Seth Rollins? Why we got Seth Rollins? If this was not WrestleMania, any other pay-per-view, the obvious answer would be a tag team match. Obviously, that is not happening. You can't just not defend both championships at WrestleMania. But you know what? I'm happy it's this way. I'm happy we still have questions till WrestleMania. I don't remember the last time the path to WrestleMania was this unclear. We don't know what the fuck is happening, but it's interesting. It's great. Again, I just want to point that out, how well done it was. Blurring the lines between fiction and reality. The Rock is like this greedy man now. What also makes me happy that so far it seems like The Rock is into this. He didn't break his feelings that the people don't like The Rock. He's already a very good heel, and he doesn't even have to try much. He's already Hollywood Rock. Even more Hollywood than he was before. Okay, I just watched a different version of this Rock and Triple H segment, and he basically said, "You better fix this because, he can't talk shit about our family, or I'm gonna knock his fucking teeth out." Spicy shit happening in the WWE, man. Oh yeah. Even being selfish. Like, this shit is great for YouTube. You guys don't even know how exciting it is to make videos now when wrestling is actually so worth talking about. What's also so cool about this is that we don't know what's the next segment. Like, what is The Rock gonna do? What is Roman going to do? What is Cody going to do? What is happening with Seth Rollins? What is the approach right here? Is The Rock gonna be like an authority figure? Is he gonna try to change that shit up? How is he going to talk with the crowd? We're going to see heel Rock, ladies and gentlemen, on Friday Night SmackDown. This shit is wild. I'm happy that it happened. But anyway, people, absolutely wild. I'm really tired, so hopefully I'll upload this, in a few hours. I'll try, but yeah, thank you for watching. Great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.